Glamour magic, glamour magic. Welcome back to my podcast, y'all. I'm your host, Rochelle, and I'm here today to talk about Saturn Day and just some things that I saw on TV today. What did y'all do for Saturn Day? You know, Saturn is like that kind of a strong energy. It's a masculine energy. Rules, debts, and karma. So it's just a harsher energy than like a Venus, which is feminine and love and sex and money. But today I kept it chill. I had a chill day. I just went out to run a few errands and just chilled at the house a good amount of my day. I haven't been in the mood to party on down. I was partying hard not too long ago. So I ended up catching this show on OWN called Belle Collective and a show on WeTV called, what's it called? Beyond the Pole. So I've also been watching Encore, but that's a whole nother type of show. It's so funny. Today I ended up seeing a tweet from somebody and she was saying how VH1, how they've completely changed their network, how it used to be like a soft rock network. It was even more chill than BET, but now it's just super, it's like a black entertainment network, damn near. It's a lot of Love and Hip Hop. Love and Hip Hop runs it. Flavor of Love kind of issued in this black swagger or this black vibe over at VH1. Now, she didn't say all that, but she was just talking about how, damn, wasn't VH1 used to be a soft rock network, used to be, softer than MTV. I'm bringing in the idea that Flavor of Love, Love and Hip Hop, those dating shows, those type of shows really switched up the vibe at VH1. And then once Mona came there, Mona Scott has really beefed up her muscles at that network, her power at that network, her creative power and leverage at that network. She is their Ryan Seacrest. She's their Mona Scott Young. She's awesome. So the Belle, let me start talking about on that note. You know what? Let me stay there a little bit when it comes to networks. I think it's crazy that a lot of black TV is not on black networks. You know what I mean? Especially lately, a lot of the good black TV, Scandal wasn't on a black network. Underground wasn't on a black network. Atlanta is not on a black network. Or, when it was running, Atlanta by Donald Glover is not on a black network. Insecure, not on a black network. Empire, not on a black network. And the list goes on. And again, BET is not black owned anymore. And y'all know how I feel about that. I keep it very classy. Not black owned, and it shows. So that's just me. However, there's Zeus TV. Now, my advice to Zeus is, I don't know what they're doing over there, but I would just say, look, y'all, go out and find some black investors who want to get some better talent. Because Zeus can really pick their weight up if they just go about it the right way. They don't have to make, ratchet TV forever. And I had to just be real about it because ratchet TV has its place. It does. It has its place. We need it. But if you really want to get your bag up, you should diversify your portfolio. Your portfolio shouldn't only consist of ratchet shows. Black China went over to Zeus TV and really, I feel helped them bring their stock up, helped them bring their weight up. It clearly was a good exchange of services between the two. But in all actuality, am I really interested in seeing Black China fight with her toxic ass mama? No. Because her mama is just going to be who she is, and that's toxic. And it's I could see Black China, but I don't want to see her mama with her. So with that being said, in general, I feel like Zeus, switch up y'all content. Get some positive content. Get some content that shows black people in a good light. Go pick up some more shows. Go get some investors. Go get your weight up. Go get your bag up. And do your best to keep your network Black owned, because the truth of the matter is, while I do enjoy my fair share of Black TV, it's sad that at ETV on E Network, they got it so whiteified over there that they couldn't even, now they've tried their hand, or they're trying their hand at getting into Black TV, because they had Wags Miami, which they had a heavy Black cast. Most of the cast was Black, and then they had a few Latina girls, and I think they had like a white girl, maybe. I don't remember the cast too much, but it was mostly Black girls. And they didn't last long because, kind of find out, E Network thought they was just a little too Black. And then they had that show, The Platinum Life, which was like a limited series, which was on E, which just was about a bunch of nothing. And The Platinum Life had a bunch of, like, they was Black, but kind of like racial ambiguous. It was just like a bunch of, they be finding these industry chicks, I'm gonna tell you that. I don't know. I really wasn't feeling the cast lineup. That was the issue with Platinum Life. Platinum Life was a little cute look, but the cast was not good. The drama was just stupid. And that's how I feel about Beyond the Pole. So today I watched Beyond the Pole. I didn't know what it was about. I went in willy-nilly. The name captured me. To my surprise, I see Stormy Wellington as the coach. Now, for those of y'all who do not know, Stormy Wellington is from Miami. Let me double check. I know she's from Florida. Who am I listening to? I don't know what music I got on. I'm going to have to switch this shit up. Y'all know I'm the DJ. I'm the host. I'm the Google search. They say she was born in New York. I think something's going on with her in Miami. Let me look it up. I think she lives there now. Born in New York, moved to San Francisco, and eventually rooted and raised in Miami, Florida. Absolutely. So her demeanor is very Miami. Now, with the show, I like Stormy. I do. I felt like Stormy was serious about her business. She came off as just really focused and really trying to get down to business, get answers. My mom said that she believes that Stormy is a bit aggressive. And I feel like I've done sales before. And in sales, it's aggressive. Like, it is. You have to transform into a hungry person to be successful at it. That is something that I can do, but these days, I don't really care to do. These days, I make money off my words, which I like way better, because I get to chill. All of that, No. I'm not in that. And we about to get on to that later. I'm about to tie this into divine feminine and divine masculine. I'm about to tie this into generational trauma and family. I'm about to get in, okay? So, Beyond the Pole was pretty dope. Well, let me tell you, it really wasn't that lit. So I like Stormy, so I was riding with her throughout the entire show. I haven't seen second season yet. I've just made it about 6 episodes deep into season 1. The girls on the show are mad fucking ignorant. They are so ignorant. They are so childish. They are so petty. All of them. They all are just lost little girls. Now, let me tell y'all from my experience. Hold on, let me drink some water. But my experience, I have taken a job, wanted to make some money quick. So, what did I do? Become a waitress at a strip club. I've done this job before. Not dancing, but when it comes to being a cocktail waitress, I ran into a lot of most of the women there are very young. Most of the women there are under 25, definitely under 30, and they are very lost. Many of them are so lost. I did not last long in the club life because I was like, this shit is so dysfunctional. Like, this shit doesn't even, like, this is not even real. Like, this is not even a real job. You know what I mean? Like, the paperwork is funky. You know, like, this is not even, like, real right now. There's no type of fucking function here. There's just nothing. Like, everybody's just running in circles. That's really how I felt. And nobody gives a fuck if you show up or not. People show up when they want to fucking show up. No one shows up when they're scheduled. No one gives a fuck that they showed up late. You know, like, the bar or the strip club manager will have an issue with it. But ultimately, he's, like, most likely not gonna fucking fire you. Like, you know, like, he's really not gonna fucking fire you. It doesn't take anything to get a job. It's just so, like, what the fuck. And many of the girls who are there, they're just lost. They're not cut out for that lifestyle, and they're in the wrong place. And that is what is going on the show Beyond the Pole. At least the first episode. Now, I admit, I mean, even for myself, like, I got out of that. I was at work, like, 3 days, and I was like, I'm not doing this shit. Because this is like a fucking joke. This is a joke. I was like, no. And I went and got a regular day job. I didn't really, you know, I was cool. Once you, like, work in, like, the nightlife scene, I don't know how anybody works in nightlife. I don't get it. It's so draining. It's so weird. It's so toxic. It's just like, what the fuck? No. Especially because I'm a writer. So I don't have the spirit for that. My spirit is sensitive, y'all. Seriously, my spirit just needs peace. I'm an artist and a writer. Like, all of that chaos, I don't crave. I'm just focused on my work. With Beyond the Pole, I just want those girls to all get therapy. I want them to go get help. They all come from awful families, awful backgrounds. I don't want to say their families are terrible. I don't know their families, but these girls, they have some type of trauma, something going on that is keeping them in this low vibration. And that's the reason why they're in this low vibration. Many of them are repeating the cycles of being single mothers, repeating the cycles of baby daddy drama, repeating the cycles of multiple children at a young age, just repeating cycles, generational curses, my God. And repeating cycles of not having custody of your kids. I know several people who don't have custody of their kids, and I'm just like, what is going on? And yes, it's a thing that happens, but you have to think, like, people's families, we can look at things that we all have in common and just be like, like, they're repeating some of the same cycles that my family members are repeating, or, you know, are doing. That's what I think. When I was watching, I mean, let's talk about it. For those of you, again, who have seen Beyond the Pole, my phone is complaining about the battery. For those of you who've seen Beyond the Pole, I feel like many of these girls are self-sabotagers. Many of them just self-sabotage, and it's a young person thing. Like, when you're young, you self-sabotage. You don't really know why you're doing what you're doing. You're just doing it, you know, like a blind fool. You don't know why you're dancing to the full music and dancing in a clown suit, but you're just dancing in a clown suit. That's being young, and you grow up, and you're supposed to grow out of these cycles. And if you say you want to do better, you have to realize when you're getting in your own way. These girls, the girls on Beyond the Pole, were just such self-sabotagers. Such self-sabotagers. Always being in a nasty mood. Always being aggy as fuck. Always just being mean and rude and petty and childish. That's the real issue with them. They were very childish young ladies, young women. They definitely don't know anything about being ladies. They don't know anything about respecting a man, letting a man lead. And that's something that we got to work on as black women. We do. I'm not even about to sit here and go tit for tat. I had to work on it. I'm going to speak on it because I had to work on it. And yeah, I grew up like a lot of black people who had a single mother, grew up with one parent in the home, and who has an unstable father. Like, that's my life. And I had to realize, like, everything, because on paper, everything was looking good. You know, I'm an attractive person, you know, just high achieving and always doing something with my life, very focused on my career and just being ambitious and always wanting just to do something, very driven, but very well spoken and articulate, pretty smart. But it's just like I had an issue in relationships, and definitely, of course, when you have parental issues, it will come up in your relationships. It comes up in your relationships. And just having to learn, like, to be submissive, and also just having to learn to be like, hey, look, I can't keep fucking with guys who don't even make me walk into my highest light. You can't fuck with bitch ass niggas if you trying to be happy. You can't fuck with niggas that make you want to beat their ass. Like, you can't, because that's the type I am. Like, when you piss me off, I just might hit your ass. I'm not even going to play with you. It can get toxic. Because I'm not about to deal with the bitch ass behavior. And no, violence is not the answer. So it's like, I can't even fuck with niggas who make me want to, like, get into that energy. Because you just need to be man enough. And as black women, like, we can display a lot of masculine energy, because many of us, again, grew up with that Saturn energy. Like, I get a lot of this information from Jade, who's the professional astrologer. Look her up on Twitter, iJade, and on YouTube, and she talks about black people in Saturn having to grow up before our time, a lot of us have hard upbringings, and again, not having one parent in the home or being raised by grandma, like having that go on in our communities as young black women, that affects us in a way that it can make us kind of masculine, because we have to grow up ahead of our time and we have to have so much responsibility before our time, never really having a moment to just be a girl, to just be a feminine, young, dainty little girl, always having to, you know, this mule syndrome. It's real. It is very real, and it takes knowledge and wisdom to grow out of that and to learn to walk into your feminine energy, which is part of why I left my career in sales. I'm not going to even fuck around with y'all. Like, just working on shadow work, working on myself, growing my journey, my path, the ancestors, all that stuff, relearning how to be feminine and to adapt more feminine qualities, and to just, like, you can't, and just, yeah, working anger management, things like that, working on yourself, reading books. The more I invested in me, I was like, I am done with this type of career, because it just requires me to have to I don't even like the energy that I have to walk in. I don't like the vibration that I have to work in to be successful at this job, period. It's not, you know, we could always go back and forth between what's good or bad, because those are just ideas. But at the end of the day, I am going to bring it down to the science. I don't like that vibration. Boom. I don't give a fuck if you think that vibration is good or bad. I don't like that one. I don't like the way it feels. And I would much rather sit in the vibration of being a writer and working from home and chilling and not being stressed the fuck out and being creative and doing what I'm supposed to be doing, which is being a creator. Like, I'm an artist. My job is to create. I'm a writer. My job is to write. So just living in my purpose, absolutely. Sales is just about making money. I don't need to be walking in that masculine energy. So many of these women are walking in masculine energy, just doing anything for a bag, chasing the bag, securing the bag. And it's just like, I'm watching this show and I'm thinking to myself, none of y'all is securing that motherfucking bag, because if y'all was really securing the bag, you wouldn't even be on here in the first place begging somebody to help y'all motherfucking asses out. Y'all would just have a successful business. Y'all would have been left stripping. Y'all would be doing the damn thing. You wouldn't be on this show, fool all on the fuck around, making TV. So, no. And every time that they have the chance to progress and grow and do what they're supposed to do, they're just not focused enough, self-sabotaging, not being consistent. These are things that can kill you. Being addicted to fast money, addiction to money is living in the lack mindset. All of it. And it just leads to you always being in that fucking loophole of chasing your tail, aka chasing the bag. It's not worth it. You want to be happy, in peace, and healthy. The money gonna come. If you living in a high vibration, the money gonna come. Like, you don't have to, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be on no low vibrational shit. And I really be talking about the vibrations because, y'all, that shit is scientific. Vibrations. There are frequencies that are just higher than other frequencies. And when you are operating at a high frequency, that's when you're living in your purpose and doing what you're supposed to be doing. And nothing will be able to shake you. Who else I want to talk about? Okay, so them hoes was tired they was tired as fuck on Beyond the Pole. They did not want help. Y'all do not be like them. Family trauma and stuff made them just lost little girls who have no hustle and just want to run around with as least little amount of clothes as possible because they think that makes them grown. Absolutely not. Let me move on to drag the Belle Collective. So, I love this song by Aaliyah. When it comes to Belle Collective, great show, set in Mississippi, but a lot going on. Seeing the theme again. Now, let me just get into it. One moment. With the Belle Collective, because I always feel like, let me back it up a little bit. With the Belle Collective, I want to touch on a little agenda here. Now, I understand that black women may not have the highest marriage rates, but we're not going to sit here and act like there isn't a narrative being pushed about how undesirable black women are. That's a fucking agenda. I'm not even about to sit here and y'all know two places I never go with you motherfuckers is back and forth. So I'm not going back and forth on that. I'm a black woman. I'm here to tell you there's a fucking narrative being pushed that black women are not desirable and nobody wants to marry us and black women are dying alone, all this other whole shit. Y'all, I understand. But at the end of the day, the show casted women who have husbands who ain't shit. Because that's a trope. It's a trope that black women are not wanted and that we can and that we'll have career success, but we'll have issues in a relationship. And that's all that you see on the Belle Collective is that narrative. Pushing the idea that, even when black women are in a relationship, it's super fucking toxic. It's dramatic. He's running around on her. He's cheating on her. He ain't shit. It pushes these narratives because when it comes to the character Marie, for those of you who have seen the Belle Collective, when it comes to Marie, I really, really like Marie. I love her energy. But her husband ain't shit. Sitting there collecting dust, not really helping her do anything. There's another lady on there named Latrice who's married to an older gentleman, or should I just say an older man, and he is not this girl. He is not for this girl. He is so toxic. So toxic. So toxic. I just want them all to go get help. All of them. I want them to go get help. I want them to go to therapy and really work it out. It just speaks to me of just so much generational trauma that we as black people hold, because many of them told stories the same that my mother and I lived, and it's just insane. As a people, we really do, I've heard tarot readers say that people carry like a vibration, like your soul group. There, you have a soul group, and you guys incarnate together, and I believe that. And I believe, vibrations definitely play a part in it all. So, with Belle Collective, good show, but it just shows a lot of the issues in the black community. I just keep seeing this issue arise of the lack of a man. Marie, very successful black woman, getting money, but she's operating in such a masculine energy. She doesn't even realize it because she's taking care of all these people. Her son is 21 with 3 kids, super irresponsible, mama's boy. And Marie has a husband who has been cheating, and he is just very feminine. Marie don't respect him. The kids don't respect him. And Marie is like on and off with this guy, and it's just like, Marie, this is too much going on, ma'am. This is just too much. And because I know somebody in my family who is similar to Marie, it just makes me think like, as black people, we have got to stop. Or we should just be mindful. I don't want to sit here and say what we need to stop and start doing. I don't want to be the judge and dictator of anyone's life. All I want to say is I just want us as a people to be more mindful about spirituality, soul ties, reincarnations, karmic bonds, trauma bonds. I want us to be more aware of it because it really does all have meaning. Your family in your life has meaning. Family helps give life meaning. So just ask yourself, or just think, what cycles am I repeating? Because these women on this show are definitely repeating lots of cycles. Women just letting their sons just be total dirtbags because they just love their sons so much, taking care of the son's children. Got a husband, but the husband just sitting there like an accessory. And I've seen this in the black community time and time again. And it's like, this is just weird. This is so toxic and weird. I don't know where it comes from. The cycles have got to stop. A lot of women on this show have cycles. I feel like when it comes to Latrice, the one who's married to the older man, I believe that once she comes out of that cycle of daddy issues, if she ever gets healed, that looking at that man will make her want to throw up and she'll move on with her life. I just want to let you know, girl, if you're listening to my show, you're being pimped. You may think that is love. You married your pimp, baby girl. And that's all I'm going to tell you. I wish nothing but the best. I have to pray for you. Belle Collective, Carlos King, you did your thing. You be doing your thing. The Encore is an amazing show. Y'all know I could be loving that on BET. But yeah, Carlos, you did what you were supposed to do. You delivered. I just want us as black people to tie this into what I was saying in the beginning about black people owning their own stuff and just, the content that we see. Black people, because a lot of this content isn't on black-owned networks, I feel like we could be having better shows that are not just so focused around foolery and fuckery. We could have, again, more like nice creative scripted shows, but we have to come together and put those shows, invest and put those shows on private, or smaller networks. We can do it. We just have to figure it out. Y'all cut me a check for these ideas. In the meantime, or at least follow and subscribe. In the meantime, that's just some social commentary thoughts for Saturn Day. I will be catching y'all in the next episode. Stay strong out here. Are you loving Leo season? Let me know. Of course, hit me up Twitter on Glamagic Beauty or at Glamagic Beauty. And I will talk to you on the next episode. I'm going to sleep now. Bye.